Yeah, I know that. Well, it's been a while. Ron Sharp with United Way, with our Live United program. We're very, very excited to bring you some information about what's going on in Jackson County. I have shared with you that we have 30 agencies that serve the needs here in Jackson County, and one of them today is an agency called Second Chance. We have the executive director, John Cupp. Tell us what's going on with Second Chance. What is it? Who, what, your mission? Tell us. Glad you could join us, first of all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron, for having me.
You're welcome.
I'm glad to be here and have this chance to share. Second Chance is based in Panama City, but we serve all the contiguous counties as well around Bay County, including Jackson County. And what we are is a day program for adults with brain injuries, either acquired, such as stroke, or traumatic from some sort of accident, that sort of thing. And what we are is a support group for persons recovering from those traumatic brain injuries, and also to support their caregivers, because there's quite a bit involved with doing that. We want to support them, and then as well as we try to be an advocate for safety and the prevention of head injuries. And what we're doing now, thankfully to a lot of folks, including Signature, is we're hoping to have a pilot program in Jackson County. They're at Signature Healthcare, and hopefully we can hold this maybe once a month to get started, to offer some sort of a support to the Jackson County families that either have a loved one with a traumatic brain injury or that individual themselves.
Okay, all right. So let me ask you, how did this all come about?
Our board had been thinking for some time about an outreach into the area.
Right.
And you had asked if I could come to the Jackson County kickoff, what, in September?
Yep, first September 1st.
And while we were there, we had our board up, we had our demonstration and such. And Darren Tucker, the chaplain, correct? He's the chaplain there at Signature. He came by and we spent some time talking about what we were hoping to do and what their missions were in the community, and it seemed like a nice fit. So we're working together to sponsor something right there at Signature, and that came about on the day of our get-together up here with the United Way.
Right, well, that's super. Now, you and I had talked previously about the various needs in each county. You had shared with me some information about 564 adults
yes,
with brain injury in this market.
According to statistics coming out in 2010 out of the Florida Traumatic Brain Injury Association, there were over 500 individuals with traumatic brain injuries. And that does not include those that have acquired brain injuries from things such as disease process or stroke. So the numbers are very high for Jackson County relative to its population. So it seemed like a place to really get started in this outreach project from Second Chance.
Okay, all right. So the collaboration, Signature Healthcare, Panama City, Jackson County, walk us through, in other words, of those individuals, we have patients, clients, we have the caregivers. What are we going to work? Tell me about the process. What will we be doing? How are we reaching out? Today, this is the community awareness, is what we're evolving to. How are we going to get there? Tell me some of the things that we'll be putting in place, what we're going to accomplish.
It'll begin with the kickoff, and you put this together, United Way,
exactly.
here at the college on the 12th of November.
Right.
And we want to use that as a forum, and we're working with folks from Signature, we're working with the folks here at the college, with yourself, with Life Management,
right,
to get some sort of feedback from the community, the Jackson County community, about what they think their need is.
Right, right.
And we want to tailor it to the need of Jackson County. So we're going to discuss a little bit about brain injury, about living with brain injury, and what we can offer. For right now, if you would, the clump of clay that we put on the table to start to mold,
right,
is that we're hoping to have a startup of a monthly support group at Signature in their education room. And why that's important for us, for several reasons. One is that we'll be set up to eventually, we want to be able to web conference back and forth between the Signature facility and our facility in Panama City. Then we've also been working with the folks at Compass Lake in the Hills and their stable there, their horse stable, and they have volunteered their stable to us once a month for horse therapy, for equine therapy. We're hoping that once we get this up and going in Jackson County, the folks in Jackson County can meet on a monthly basis with the folks from Bay County, not only for the therapy, but for the socialization amongst not only the members, if you would, and we go by the title members. Ours is a clubhouse organization where the members actually participate in keeping up the facility and everything that takes place. So we're hoping we can have socialization, we can have a little bit of therapy and a little bit of advocacy and do it pretty well on 1 or 2 nickels.
I got you. Okay. All right. Now, Karen, with Signature Healthcare, what is your role right now at Signature?
Well, I'm a speech pathologist by trade, but I'm also the rehab manager for Signature Healthcare at the Courtyard.
Okay. So when John was telling me about the conversation that you guys had with Darren back at the kickoff that we had here, the possibilities, that just you could hear John's voice, the excitement about, wait, we've got someone that can help us be the conduit because we know the need over the 500 adults here with how do we reach out to them. So tell me how do you feel about being able to partner and help this initiative?
Well, when Darren told me about this opportunity, I was especially excited. I mean, being a speech pathologist, spending 15 years working with brain injured people along with other disciplines was always been one of my passions.
Right.
So for our opportunity with our company, Signature Healthcare, to offer a place where those who are struggling, because head injury is lifelong.
Absolutely.
It's not something that just ends, and a lot of components to it can be silent, and so it's an opportunity for us to get people together, and that's what we do at our company. We spend time in long-term care, short-term rehab. We want to send people out back into the world to live their life as normal as possible,
right,
and to also have a place where they can come and commune with other people and have activities and learn new information. In this small town, it's just another way we've accessed and grown. So we're excited to be able to do something. This is exactly what we look for to do with our company.
Now, here at Chipotle College, at the Continuing Education Building, we're going to have our community awareness, as you mentioned, the clay, the molding on how we want to move forward, raise the awareness in this community for those individuals that are out there. I'm sitting here, getting excited to be able to offer the collaboration for those individuals. And John, you serve 6 counties, we serve 6 counties. Signature Healthcare, and yes, I'm thinking down the road.
Sure.
This will be a wonderful pilot that we can get started to see what we can do. Then I'm sitting here thinking about Chipley. You guys have a site there. You
Yes,
have
we
a
do.
site in Graceville.
We have a site in Defuniak Springs as well.
And Port St. Joe, if I remember
Yes,
correctly.
we do. Our company is about 90 buildings strong, so we have them all over, especially in the state of Florida.
John, you had shared with me Gulf County, for example, Port St. Joe.
Well, that's one of the first 2 counties we hope to go into, the second being Port St. Joe. And one of the things that's exciting about Signature, and I did a little research, is that while it might sound old-fashioned, I truly believe this, that when we deal with these folks, we want to make sure that we treat them with respect and with love. And I get that sense from Signature.
That's one of our pillars. Yes.
And that's one of your, and you're known for that. So it'll be a nice mix, because if our value systems don't match, we'll get nowhere.
Absolutely, I agree.
So we're looking forward to doing that and getting into Port St. Joe. And like I say, because these are rural areas, we really believe that we're going to have to think outside of the box, to have some satellite offices without walls, if you would.
Absolutely.
And eventually, and we were just talking about this earlier before this show, about reaching out through the web to people that are isolated at home, eventually be able to provide some computer training. We've already began gathering computers from another agency to award folks that complete their computer class so that they would have a computer to set up, eventually work towards iPads and iNotebooks and that sort of thing, so that they could go online to our website eventually. I think this is a year down the road, maybe less,
Right.
where they can go in and pick up different types of exercises that they could do on the computer there, and reach out to these rural areas, because those folks, for many of them, transportation is a huge issue. So somehow we need to get to them, because they cannot get to us.
That is fantastic. The teleconferencing, just the ideas, the brainstorming of doing something. You identified the needs, that there's those individuals in this market, and saying, you know what, let's reach out, let's see what we can do to make an impact. What else would you guys like to share? I mean, this is the first pilot, if you will, as you guys reach out into our neighboring counties. And one of the things that we share is this, that when I go around into the communities, you know, I'll ask the question, how many agencies under the United Way umbrella are impacted in your community? And as we said earlier, look, every time you have brick and mortar, another place, then that burden additional cost. They want to be. I mean, I can tell you right now, John would love to have a building in every, but then you've got payroll and expenses and everything else, and got to be putting the dollars back and meeting the needs of the community of those clients. This is good stuff. It really is. And just thinking about, and I don't remember the chart that you had shared with me, the 500 here in Jackson County. If you had to guess, John, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but when you look at Washington and Holmes and Calhoun, there's needs there as well.
That's true. In that region, that Bay County and the surrounding counties area, we're probably looking around 2,500 individuals. Wow. In fact, CDC refers to traumatic brain injury as the silent epidemic. And one of the things we're looking toward now, and we've began conversations with the Department of Defense, they've just begun, is that we're going to be seeing more and more of our men and women coming out of the service into the civilian population. And we want to be prepared to offer what we're able to do for them. And so the future is such that there's going to be a big demand, and we're just going to have to be smart with how we use our resources. And one of our great resources that goes unspoken are our volunteers. We're always open to volunteers, and there's so many things you can do in this area to help other folks. And our volunteers, we would not be here without our volunteers. We would receive no state or federal direct support.
Right.
And without our volunteers and the local vendors and such, that's what key. We're very community-based in how we put our situation together, because we want the community to direct what they want done in their community.
Right, right. Well, I want to brag on Signature Healthcare for just a minute. I've done my homework a little bit as well, and there's still more that I don't know about what you guys do, but we at United Way, we receive all the papers in our neighboring counties so that we can stay on top of current events, what have you. And I will tell you, week in and week out, there's a picture of you, your staff, your organization through all the various different counties of doing something and making a difference, making an impact in the lives, whether it's a fundraising event, volunteering, a food drive. You guys also have a chaplain.
Yes.
At every one of your locations.
That's one of the original pilot programs, was having a chaplain at every building, and it's been
fantastic.
hugely successful.
Good deal.
And that's actually, he's our gateway for a lot of the community events. We want to be so involved in the community setting because we take these family members to our facility. Some of them stay as long-term residents, but a lot of them go back out into the community. So all we want to do is spend time with them, give them the tools they need, and be a part of what's happening around us. All of us, live here, and so any opportunity we can to volunteer, get our residents and our elders involved in volunteering, we always bring them out with us because they're still living just very full lives. And so I'm very proud of our company for doing that.
Well, we appreciate what you guys do, and we're really we're excited. We really are in that. And what our role at United Way is, we say the term "Live United," and bringing. Look, when we all come together, we can do a lot more, and that's what this is, just another example. And just thinking about what will happen here in Jackson County, I can't but start thinking about those other counties as well. And with the leadership that we have here, it's some good stuff. So I appreciate. John, is there anything that we have not touched base on yet?
If someone's interested in what we're doing, you have our contact information. I encourage people to contact us at Second Chance of Northwest Florida. We're located at 222 East Beach Drive, Panama City, 32401. And our telephone is 850-769-7779, and you can find us on the web as well. But to get in contact with us, many times we'll have caregivers call, and caregivers sometimes are the best liars. They'll tell you everything's fine, but when you get them alone, there's something there.
Absolutely.
We want to reach out to them as much as anybody, and we can try to get them a little help today.
I got you. Okay, so now, to wrap up, if you will, this community awareness meeting that we have scheduled for Tuesday, November the 12th, from 9 to 11 at the Continuing Education Building here at Chipola. This meeting, we want to invite who?
The Jackson County community, its leaders, and particularly those who are interested, for whatever reason, with the issues of adults with brain injury, be it acquired from a stroke or from a traumatic injury from an accident. We want those folks there. We want to hear from the people we want to serve.
So we were looking at the caregiver. We
Caregiver.
want those individuals as well. Other rehab, medical
The
industry.
medical community, the hospitals, yes.
Okay.
Many of our referrals come from physician offices.
Exactly. Okay. Well, here's the only thing we ask, and that is keep talking to us. Let us know what we can do to help get the word out, help you in any way. We also raise funds for Second Chance and our other. We actually have 57 in all of our 6 counties. But again, the collaboration and identifying the need and putting a program to place to see, you know what, one more niche, what other segment can we do and make a difference in this community, and that's what it's all about. So very excited about what we'll be able to work on here.
That's going to be a good thing. This is a good work.
So okay, come to the meeting, help us mold what we need to do, and make sure that we're on the right track, really, right?
That's correct.
So, because we don't have all the answers, we think we know, but this is really just kind of forming about putting the information together and finding out really what the needs are.
That's
and how we
correct.
can go. All right, real quick, Compass. You had mentioned about the horse therapy.
At Compass Lake,
Okay,
yes.
Compass Lake. Okay. Have you guys been there yet?
Yes, we have, and
think
we're
you took a
going
tour?
back again. We were there. We're gradually working with the folks in their stable and with our folks and with the members, become acquainted with several of the horses they've dedicated to this project. Right now they're working on caring for the horse and adopting that horse, and eventually some will ride, you know, and they're actually to the place Compass Lake, some of their stable help will be going through classes to help with this sort of thing.
Right.
And it's been very successful. We've done it a little in the past. It can be very expensive. We could not do this without their volunteering what they're doing.
Isn't it something? And that's what it's all about.
And so it's working very well so far, and we look for that to be a big plus. Plus, what they're hoping when they contacted me
Right.
was they want to reach out with what we're doing into Jackson County.
That's
So we're all on the same page.
Exactly. I gotcha. Well, that's good. That's good. Well, all right. So if you want to make a difference, if you want to learn more about this, then come to our meeting. Again, that's Tuesday, November the 12th at the Continuing Education Building here at Chipola College from 9 to 11. Any information that we've missed that we want to share? No? Just come help us make a difference, right?
Please.
Good deal.
Please.
Well, guys, thank you for watching Live United, a program for United Way of Northwest Florida. We're, again, just local people helping local people, local dollar staying local. As I said to you before, 95 cents on every dollar stays right back in our communities, touching the lives where it needs to be. So, again, thank you for your interest. Thanks for partnering up
That's our
and helping
pleasure.
us. And we're excited about continuing to do the good work here in Jackson County. Guys, thanks again for watching Live United. Have a great day.